What's up, YouTube? You know how this works, right? We play video games here. But I don't remember what I was doing. So, I think I can do that. I can't do that. I don't know what that thing is. Okay, well. Let's take care of this one. Alright. Go this way, it looks like. What does this mean?
An astronomy table. Should prove useful once the sun's down. These rocks have seen better days.
This way. I don't know what this quest is for your people.
Good for you. Levioso!
Glacius! This must be the cabin this is Scotland.
Levioso!
Bombarda! Confringo! Revelio!
You little coward!
You're not dead.
I've heard of you. Expulso!
Accio!
Careful not to get bit.
Dead. Well.
But I still need to visit the cave to find Zerona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Don't know what he's talking about for that. I've collected so much of this stuff.
Revelio. Revelio.
Okay, a few things there. Now what is over this way?
Revelio. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Yeah, it instantly knew where it was, so avoid it altogether is not an option.
Revelio.
Going where I need to go.
Revelio.
Well,
Revelio.
we got through that. Did I miss this?
Bombarda. Revelio.
Okay, we got that thing now. Just the one though, so no way to make more. Just the one I need for the quest. Well, we found it. There's more.
This must be Sorona's box of letters. Revelio. I should take this box of letters to Sorona. I think that's everything. Sorona will be glad to have this back.
Alright, well, that was mostly easy. And then from here we can just fast travel, I believe.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Alright, now that's done. Okay, what's next?
Oh, good, you're safe.
Oh, well,
There
maybe...
you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets. if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Okay, that one didn't get us anything. No quests. Maybe later then. Talking to centaurs. Gobbledygook. Way up here.
I had an awful time in potions the other day.
You must try it.
Hello there. Hello, Almeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Okay. Hopefully his speech is good enough.
Can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Alright, man. We're here.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Cock. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Okay, into the mines we go, I guess.
The door is looking at us.
This door.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
Revelio.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Okay. Down we go.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Accio. Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
I'll be quiet.
Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine. Revelio.
Do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
Where are those plans gone? I had schematics in my hand a moment ago.
Watch your step round here. Quiet as a grapple when you are. Gregg, come here.
Yes, of course.
I don't have time for this.
Where to put me? Okay. Well, that didn't work out. Let's try again.
We need to get across this gap somehow.
Such arrogance. You're here somewhere.
Revelio.
Where did they go? Let's get rather up, you slippery little squid. I'll find ya. Afraid to fight.
Wow.
That was knows a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
I know about that.
Back here. Revelio. Back here. Repulsor. Back here.
I don't know whether that does anything.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays. I'm quite good at sneaking about.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
That's what we're here to find out.
Revelio. Confringo.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio.
I don't think we're gonna return empty-handed.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here. I'll be good.
Only following orders. Leave your accusations in someone else's direction if you don't mind.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
These ones are far less likely to. It is storming outside. I was not expecting the thunder to start off. Okay. I'm stuck. I'm. Keep auto-targeting the wrong one. I'm getting hit. I can't. Why can't I? Hello. None of my buttons worked. Now I gotta do this all over again.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
I'm hitting the dodge button, and it's not dodging. I'm allowed to dodge towards a wall. I don't know why it wasn't working.
Confringo! Get away! Confringo!
Well, I'm not doing too well with this one.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-handed.
Reparo. Confringo. Bombarder.
I won't rest.
Accio.
How nice of you to stop by. That was meant for me. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Confringo.
Just spells glance off of me.
Glacier. Accio.
This is where you will play.
Glacier. Accio.
You gave me no choice.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Confringo.
Where did they go?
Glacier. Bombarder. Confringo.
One less human.
Confringo. Bombarder.
I will make you.
Glacier.
Let's get this over with. Rather unwise.
Glacier. Confringo. Bombarder. Glacier.
Was that your best?
Glacier. Confringo. Bombarder. Confringo. Glacier.
Oh, this really is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected. Another schematic. What are they?
Revelio.
This mine is too small for whatever it is. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Okay, up.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Okay, so this is not where I was supposed to go.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Okay, well, not what sure I'm supposed to be doing now.
Confringo.
No map of the dungeon.
Revelio. Depulso.
Okay. I only got one.
Please don't do that.
Don't pick the mushrooms.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we? Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Lumos.
Lumos!
Can't pick it up, have to hit those. To do the right thing there. Yes. Is that it? That's it.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see.
I'm famished.
Petrificus totalis.
Quiet.
Enough of this nonsense.
You nothing about dueling.
Confringo.
What is it? What?
Bombard.
I don't know what happened.
Confringo.
Kill spells glance off.
Rather unwise coming back this way. I won't rest. Shut up.
Before you were born.
Confringo.
I shall avenge your death.
Accio.
What are you doing?
Accio. Confringo. Accio.
Your acrobatics will only postpone the inevitable.
Confringo.
Why don't you come on? Miss me. It's almost too easy.
I shall avenge
You could best the likes of me.
Ooh.
Confringo. Accio.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, Amit.
Please don't do that. I'll be quiet.
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo.
Oh no. We got
This
this
is not
now.
good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps. Revelio.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Please don't do that.
He complains about weird things.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
I don't need to go back down. The other lift did take us all the way up, not just part way. So yeah, here's the entrance. Okay.
Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Over here.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Bit more story there. All right, and I think now is a good time to end. We made it here till the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.